Okay, so we've gone through the words on page 78 and 79. And if you look at the end, it says, your cousin Tom. Now, in Cambodia, they don't do a lot of letter writing because you don't have a letterbox. Most people don't have a letterbox outside the front of their house. But in other countries, everyone has a letterbox out the front of their house, so you can just write them a letter and send them things. But obviously with email now, most people are using email rather than sending letters. But for hundreds of years, people sent each other letters because quite often, particularly sailors like this guy, Tom, could sail off for a year and you just wouldn't see them. So you'd miss them. But they would be able to give you updates of their life and tell you what they were doing, okay? So Tom would then pass this into a port and this would be bundled with other letters and those letters would go back on another ship, okay? So as they're coming into India, they might take a month then to sail on to, say, Indonesia. And when they arrive in India, they might see another ship that's going back to England and they would pass them these letters so that would be back before they got back, okay? Now, Harry is his cousin, okay? So you can see that it opens with, my dear Harry, okay? And you can see that they slept in hammocks. Just above my dear Harry, you can see that he's laying in a hammock. You can also see that he's writing the letter to Harry, his cousin. You can see the mast, which is the big post, and the sails being ripped in the next photo. And in the fourth photo, you can see that the captain is supervising the cleaning of the deck because all the seawater came over it. So it becomes very slippery and they want to keep the deck clean. The last photo, you can see that he's touching the poisonous fish, okay? And then there's fruits like pineapples and bananas, and there's guavas there and other things. And their dress is very unusual. So you can see that their hats and their ties and their blazers are all very different, okay? You can see the men over near the ship have big, tall hats, and there's lots of barrels, okay? So they used to send things like oils and things like that in big barrels. And then one man could roll that to the ship and roll it up the side of the ship, up a plank and into the hull of the actual, of the ship itself, okay? Now, if you turn to page 80, there's questions, reading and understanding 1, 2, and 3. So who was frightened of the storm? Who said these spines are dangerous? And all that sort of stuff. So they're just the names. So it'd be best to write out the question, then the answer for that. Section 2, discuss the best ending for these sentences. The sailors took the sails down because, okay, so you're better off checking that with your reader. Come back and work out what's the best answer, okay? So you're looking for the best answer for that. And the other thing is, answer these questions. Does Tom like being a sailor? How do you know? Who has been to Africa? What did he see there? Is Harry younger than Tom? How do you know? Okay, so you have to answer those questions. So I'm going to finish up with that. So that's page 80. That gives you a bit of an idea about the letter itself and what's happening with the letter and who's writing to who. And hopefully that'll help you answer the questions on page 80. Don't forget, any questions, just tap away. Write your name, then just ask me a question. Say, Teacher Alan, blah, 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 page 80, English, la, 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 la. I don't understand section 3, la, 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 la. And I'll make a recording and send it to you, okay? Bye-bye for now. Bye.